Folks, I want you to look at this. It wasn't here yesterday. Somebody has dumped the sofa. A really nasty sofa. And a love seat. I'll tell you right now. They got places you can dump that, but they gotta dump it on the side of the road. Good grief. Well, I'm on my new scooter. I went to the doctor today and put this on. Went to the doctor today and they're getting me a new wheelchair, and they give me a number to call about getting my scooter fixed. Got some new meds coming too. They're overnighting them. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make a little bit of a video today. You know, winter's right around the corner, and I got like this tomato plant, and it's got a couple of blooms on it, and I got that one over there. And I got a little one here. I got a jalapeno pepper plant here that's got a pepper on it. It just bloomed out. And I got one. Oh, right there's one right there. But I don't know if these are regular jalapenos or if they are the mild. I'm not sure. I'm thinking they're probably going to be the hot ones. And right now, I'm between a rock and a hard place about these. My nozzle's busted on this, so I can't use it. This is a new hose. And I'll tell you what, there is a big problem with these here shrinking and stretching hoses. They're not worth a crap. I've had several of them, and they all mess up. And I got this one here, and I don't know if it's gonna bloom anymore or not. But I'm gonna try to carry them over. Now, let me show you about these hoses. There we go. This here busted. You can't even, what happens to these things? It's got the material on the outside stretches, but that rubber hose inside stretches. And after you stretch it a little bit, it pulls loose. The rubber hose in the middle of that pulls loose. And then it just starts leaking out the material on there. They're no good. This is about the fourth one I've had. And I just now figured out the hose wasn't splitting, it was pulling loose from where the nozzle hooks up to it. So, what is that over there? Is that my... That's probably a broke. My pickup stick is broke. Everything decided to break all of a sudden. Oh, I'm gonna cut that cardboard up and put it into in my composters that makes tea. See how that looks. It's going down. That's going down. And here I've got 8 pepper plants. These are jalapenos, but it's the mild and the tame. That one's looking really good. It's got a bloom on it. So these are definitely, when the weather's going to get really cold, these are going inside. And I also need to put them in bigger pots. But and our internet is still on. And by the time they decide to cut it off, you know, they left it running because of the hurricane that went through. But the bill is getting higher and higher. So I don't know, and my daughter still can't go, and she's getting disability payments, short-term disability payments from her job. It's only paying 50% of her pay. So that's gonna help some, but it sure ain't gonna help us catch up these bills. And I'm figuring when the internet does go off, it's gonna be a while before we can get it back on. But yeah, and God bless Donovan. Right now, he's pretty much carrying the load, as much of it as he can. I never dreamed that boy would be kind of taking care of me. And he gets kind of bossy with me about some things, you know. Like when I was at the doctor, it was taking so long to get out of there, I decided I was just going to leave. And he flat out told me, "You ain't going nowhere." And I'm glad I didn't. I got it took care of. But, geez, you know what? I wish I didn't still have as many plants here as I got to take care of. And I got buckets of water here where I can water some of these things, the stuff I'm really counting on. And for some reason, I've got 100 foot of this new hose. That's a 50-foot piece there, but don't do me no good without the nozzles. And I was hoping my daughter could get me a nozzle. She got some money yesterday, but it wasn't much. But anyhow, that's where we're at out here. I'm thinking I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. And here's 2 pumpkins. I know we didn't buy them, so I don't know where they come from, you know? Somebody probably give them to us. I don't know what she's going to do with them. I'll bet it was Rosa. I'll bet it was Rosa. You know, this is one of the most favorite pieces of something that I ever found. Trash picking, dumpster diving. It come out of a dumpster. And right now I'm having trouble remembering what the name of this is, what they call it. But all this design on here and everything is it's hand carved. Every little intricate thing you see on here, that it's all hand carved. And what this is, it's a brass vase. See the bottom there? That's brass. See the inside there? That's brass. It's a brass vase. And what they do, and I think this is Chinese, what they do, they put, this has, I can't remember, 100 and way over 100 layers of some kind of lacquer that they put over this. They paint it. They paint it one layer at a time. When it dries, they put another layer on it. And pretty soon, it gets pretty thick. And you can kind of see how thick that is just by looking at that edge there. Because what they do, they go and they start carving when it's so thick. They start carving these designs in it. I wish I could remember what they call that. I'm gonna try to remember it, but at any rate, it's my favorite piece that I ever found. And this thing, I do remember it. I had it, took it to an antique dealer one time, and I showed it to him, and he looked at it, and they appraised it at about $250, almost $300. Is what it was appraised for. I'm not going to sell it. I've been thinking about it because things are so tight right now. But it's very interesting how they do that. And once they carve it, they paint it with something. And you see kind of right here, that color right there is the paint's kind of rubbed off, and you see the color of the lacquer. But it's about, I'd say, I don't, it's not 1/4 of an inch. It's what we measured it one time. Was it an eighth? About an 1/8 of an inch, something like that. I can't remember, but this is one of my favorite pieces that I ever found. And I can't believe somebody threw this out. But I kept looking at this thing. I said, this is a brass vase. How did they get that? What is that on there? They had to apply it and then carve it. And that took a good bit of time. You know, there's butterflies on this thing. There's flowers, birds. Very, very nice piece. Very nice. I love it. I can't remember what the name of that is now. I used to know. But I thought I would show you that. really, really nice. Now, if it was worth a whole lot of money, I would sell it. But it's not worth that much. It was getting close to $300 the last time I had it appraised. But I looked at that a long time, thinking, how in the world did they do that? Was this put in a mold? But no, it wasn't put in a mold, and I just dropped my glasses. And I had to call this number about my scooter. I had to call the clinic. It's in Gainesville. We left a message. They're supposed to call us back about getting my scooter fixed or getting me another one. And the doctors wanted me to get an appointment at the podiatrist, so I did. And let's see, was the podiatrist, hold on a minute. See what it says. One appointment. Here it is. All right, I go back to the doctor on the 23rd of November. And I go to my eye appointment is February 8th, for crying out loud. And my podiatrist appointment, wait a minute, Wednesday, February 15th. I got one. The podiatrist appointment is in March. So they're really jammed up on the podiatrist. And they can't be figuring out what's happened to my meds. Because I'm thinking somebody's been stealing packages off of my deck. So I'm going to have to watch that. But she's overnighting me all my new meds and everything, so I should get them tomorrow. Same thing on my test strips. And my insulin. They're getting me a new wheelchair. The doctor looked at this chair. She said, "Oh my goodness, you need a new chair." Oh Lord. And she was trying to understand how in the world I let that guy go that hit me on my scooter. And I can't explain it. I'm thinking I might have been into a little bit of some kind of shock or something. I don't know. And I never even thought about it till after I got to the house. And then I'm thinking, what happened here, And guaranteeing you, he didn't report it to his employer. He didn't. I'm thinking about maybe going over there and next Wednesday and just kind of hang around and see if he shows up again working there. It's a beer. He's the guy that goes around seeing what and taking the orders, and then the beer truck delivers it the next day. That's what he does, and I'm thinking it was Cone. And if I see these truck come by there and see him, then I'm going to report it to his employer. And if he didn't report it to his employer, that's probably going to get him in a heap of trouble. But he should have known better than to do that. He should have known better. But what's that say? Your eyes may be dilated. That's. But anyway, I got that over. And now they're wanting to send somebody out here 3 times a week to give me a bath. And I'm not comfortable doing that. Because she didn't like the idea of me only taking a bath about once a week. And the whore bath in between all that. The whore bath, I guess, is what they call it when you take a bath out of a sink. I don't know. But anyway, I'm hoping they'll fix that scooter. You know, I would like to have. You can't have everything. I can get a wheelchair. It's an electric wheelchair, and it's got the little lever on the arm there that you steer it and make it go and all that stuff. If I had one of them, I could get me a senior bus pass for the city bus, and you can go on them buses with them wheelchairs and they lock you in place, and I can go all over the county on that city bus. I can't have everything, that's for sure, but it was just a thought. But I've seen city buses picking them people up and taking them wherever. I'm getting kind of depressed. But this video's not going to be too much about nothing. I just thought I'd do one while I still got the internet. I don't know when they're going to turn this off. But one of my subscribers mentioned, he said, you know, the longer that thing runs, the more the bill's going to be. And yeah, that's right. I don't know. I've been watching that video of the celebrating Alachua lady up there in Murphy, North Carolina, close to where I call home, and they got a hard freeze up there the other day, and they was busy out there splitting some more firewood to heat the house. I didn't realize she had wood heat in her house. I thought she had a furnace or something, but that's what they got, wood heat. And they've been picking the last of the beans and picking the last of tomatoes and all, and peppers and all that stuff, and fixing them and putting them up and all that stuff, and pickling peppers and pickling tomatoes, and just reminded me how it used to be up there when I was living up there all them years. But the fall of the year, man, you're hustling just to get everything done. And they get some pretty hectic winters up there, you know, and a lot of them mountain folks, I don't know how it is now. I moved away from there in 1979 when I moved to Florida. How dumb was that? And the reason being, I can't even remember what the reason was. I can't remember what it was. I mean, I had a big truck and all that stuff, man. I closed up shop and moved everything. First went to Jacksonville, Florida. Then moved to Ocala. Because my mother lived here in Ocala. And why in the world did I want to move close to her? She's my mama. I don't know. Maybe my wife could refresh my memory if she was here. Oh, whew. Anyhow, folks, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I ought to tell a story, but I ain't in no storytelling mood right now. And it's cool, extremely cool. Even going to the doctor and stuff this morning, she had the air conditioner set on low, and it was just freezing me to death. And even when I went into VA and sat there, we got there about an hour and a half too early for the appointment. The reason being, she has to leave here at 7:30 to take Jaden to school, and then she has to go pick Donovan up. And since she's already going to be on that end of town, that means going after she got Donovan, then we would go to the VA to keep from burning extra gas, going home, then wait an hour, and going back and all that. So I wound up getting over there at 8:45. In other words, I went with them and everything, and at 8:45, so we had to sit there at the court from that 8:45 till 10:30. That's when my appointment was. I was kind of hoping they'd call me in early, but they didn't do it. I wish there was some coffee made. But I got up. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. So that means I've been up 12, 13, 14, 15. I've been up almost 18 hours. All right, guys and girls, That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm gonna try. Sorry, I'm yawning so much. And I'm gonna try to get out and make a video tomorrow. One I've been wanting to do. So, I'll see you in the next one. See ya. GoPro, stop recording.
So many people I see each day scrapping on YouTube, make it pay. Dumpster diving and trash picking too. Great entertainment for me and you. The number you'll find will surprise you all. They're all making money and having a ball. Pallet Man, Shame Man TV, Treasure Hustlers, and Mr. Scrapper T, Recycle Dude and Jackpot Digger, all making money and all getting bigger. Ian and Raphael, Marty too. Tucker and Sammy, how are you? Flippin' Irish, a dumpster diving, Vulture and the Hulk, both high flying. Down on the ground is E-Ways Ben. Hard rubbish days that never end. Tackle stacks in his big white van. Scrapping blind, yeah, he's a man. Jimmy, Badger, and Gil Skills, scrapping it up to pay the bills. Snobby and Dano and Jack Scrap, making money off all your crap. Goblin, Marcus, and the Beard never found a dumpster that they feared, oh yeah. Moose in Alabama, same last name, they scrap it up just the same. Florida and Scrapper Dave don't find anything they can't save. Trash picking, dumpster diving, things we do to keep surviving. Head in the dumpster, ice in the air. Free is better and I don't care. Head in the dumpster and ice in the air. We're making money and we